Hi everyone, Kevin here, taking my Maverick out for a spin. It's day 4 of the Maverick. I've got a Lariat model, not because I originally chose that. It was what the dealer had available. I'm one of those people who ended up not knowing about Mavericks until the orders were no longer being taken by Ford. I really wanted one. I was driving a 2019 Toyota Tacoma and the lease was about up. I started calling dealers, basically all over Northern California. I set that inventory search on the Ford website to the maximum of 100 miles, and I started calling everybody who showed a hybrid on their website. Now, of course, most of those were already sold. They were pre-orders, but occasionally someone dropped out and didn't buy it. Well, it turned out that finally my effort paid off, and it paid off at my local dealer. They had a Lariat coming in. It was an order, and the person dropped out. So they sent a text to everybody who'd expressed interest, and I got that text 20 minutes after it was sent, and it was already too late. Someone had put down a deposit. But having made all this effort, I decided to keep going, and I drove to the dealer and told them how much I wanted it. And because I was there, I got into second position behind this person who'd put down the deposit. They dropped out, so they offered me the truck. The problem was it was a Lariat, and I did not want to pay $10,000 over MSRP for the top of the line. I really wanted an XLT. I didn't need all the bells and the whistles, though I have to admit, when I'd seen Lariats, I'd kind of fallen in love with them. Well, it turns out they came down, and they also paid me a nice premium over what I owed on the truck after the lease was when the lease expired, and so I was able to do it. So here we are in a Lariat, and I've got to say, I don't like it. I absolutely love it so far. So it's day 4. I've always been somewhat of a compulsive gas saver. I've turned off the engine at long stoplights, and I'll coast down hills. And I've enjoyed trying to maximize my mileage in whatever car I own. This is so satisfying, having a hybrid for the first time and being in electric mode so much of the time. If I take my foot off the pedal and I start to coast, it goes right into electric. If I stop at a stoplight, it goes into electric. So gone are the worries about having to maximize mileage. The hybrid does it automatically for me. Now that said, I'm having fun with the energy coach built into the car that tells me how much energy I've harvested in regenerative braking. I've really worked on being smooth, not making anybody mad behind me by going too slow, but checking out being smooth in braking, and most of the time I can capture 100% of the energy in regenerative braking. So it's been really fun to be playing with that. The other thing I love is the Sync 3 system. Now I'm just getting to know the car, but one of the first things you see, of course, is infotainment, and one of the first things you do is make a phone call from the car, and the clarity of the incoming call is absolutely fantastic. The Lariat has the Bang & Olufsen premium audio system, and I suppose that makes all the difference, because I know some people have said the base model is not that great a radio. But the Bang & Olufsen, it's super sharp. And one of the things that I've noticed, or that I noticed right away, is the chip in the infotainment system is super fast. So it's very responsive. If I make a call, it happens immediately. If I am trying to, say, send a text by audio using Google, I have an Android phone, it's super quick. There was always a big delay in the Toyota, and half the time I could never send a text. It didn't understand it, or it didn't get to the cloud, or whatever happened. But this is obviously a better chip, and it's super snappy, so I love that. Audio's great. The Sync 3 system I love. I first started with that because my phone paired easily, as they do these days, but you don't get Android Auto until you plug the phone into the car. So initially, I just put the phone on the wireless charger, which I love getting it charged, love being able to just set it down, not plug it in. And the Sync 3 system was so good, so intuitive, so clear, and such a good screen that I just stayed with that for the first few days. Then I plugged it in to check out Android Auto, and it pulled up Android Auto seamlessly, interrupted the music I was listening to just briefly, went right back to it, but now Android Auto had the apps from my phone via Android Auto had populated the screen in the truck. So either Sync 3 or Android Auto, as far as I'm concerned, is fabulous. The screen's clear, it's bright, the buttons are big, it's intuitive. I don't have any complaints. I'm just starting to try the voice commands on Sync 3, so I'll have to report back on how that works. But so far, fabulous. The remaining miles on my full tank of gas that I got when I bought the car, the remaining miles keep going up, because as I increase my mileage working on regenerative braking and that sort of thing, I'm using a little gas, obviously, when I'm at high speed or under load or accelerating quickly, but my remaining miles keep going up, so that's super satisfying because I keep building on the mileage. At this point I'm at 36 miles per gallon combined. I've been doing probably more highway than city, though I've only got 99 miles on the truck at this point. So I'm absolutely delighted with the truck. I think Ford has nailed it. I mean, down to little things like the manual is super clear and intuitive, easy to find things. How many times do you find a manual in a new vehicle that is actually easy to use? My Toyota manual was about 5 inches thick, and I never knew which book I was supposed to look in. And when I looked in it, I found mostly warnings about stuff to look out for, and I rarely found the information I needed. But the Ford manual, it's intuitive. Everything's there, no matter what drivetrain you chose when you bought the car, or the truck. So anyway, very happy with it. I love the faux leather seating. I like the look of that. The heated seats are great. Anyway, it's nice having a little bit of luxury, even though originally I was not planning on having the Lariat. So that's it for day 4. Absolutely delighted to have the truck. It rides nicely, and I'll report back more on mileage and how I'm doing when I have a little more experience with the truck. So thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.